Draft. There it is. Hello, everybody. Torus versus SG Esports going to be cast with myself, Capitalist, and my boy Blitz Dota. Blitz, say hi to all your adoring fans.
Hello. Dude, nobody likes me. So
That is definitely not true.
I'm like a middle ground until they find somebody better. That's okay, though.
Jesus Christ.
I understand my place
That
in
is
this
100%
world.
not true.
I understand my place in this world. All right.
All right.
But welcome, guys, to SG versus Torus. We are here because the whole macro thing.
Yeah. We were, I was actually a little bit late coming back upstairs because I was talking to Cinderin and one of the producers here at BTS, Rob, about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely a more complicated and adult conversation than that could possibly had by angry fans in esports on the internet.
Well, I think it's one way because people perceive it as cheating. Like,
Yeah.
And they think it's a very black and white issue. And
For
in
sure.
some ways it is. Because I have
Yeah.
a hard stance to it because I think he should have been DQ'd immediately.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, come on. You're on a panel. Cinderin's a pretty reasonable guy. He's just trying to have a dialogue about it. He's trying to see it from a player perspective.
I think the argument that can be made is that he's putting out some posts and stuff, and honestly, if he came out here and just was like, everyone calls me a piece of shit in pubs and stuff for doing this, but the rules didn't say otherwise, and I'm gonna do everything I can to get a competitive advantage.
Yeah.
I could respect that,
Really?
Like I could be like,
To
okay,
be fair, there's no rule that
there is no rule that says
yeah, but there's no rule that you can't I don't know if there's a rule that you can't just start unplugging people's PCs and mouses in the middle of a
Yeah,
game.
yeah, it just comes down to this, sort of
Yeah,
like
you just kinda
unfair
know.
play, right? So if he came out and said that and he was like, I'm that and that's what I did it, I could kind of respect that. I would still, say, look, that should fall under unfair play pretty obviously.
Yeah.
And I think that any player that it comes out that they do use those kind of macros, like I think it's just common sense, right? You
Yes.
should kind of know that's an unfair advantage.
But common sense isn't common. That's why for
That's
some
true.
people we need to outline every little thing.
So the one thing that I did agree with Cinderin with was that he doesn't think that he should be banned.
I don't think he should be banned.
Agreed.
I would agree
I
with
think
that.
DQ
I can genuinely believe in his response because of how forthcoming he's being about it.
he I don't think he's stupid enough to have
Yeah.
the video of it
Yeah,
on the
I think-
internet.
I think the way that it's working in his head is like, I think he's in denial right now because it's hard to admit that you might have just cost yourself and everyone. Like, everyone's like, oh, why can't he just be upfront? Dude, if I was in that position, I can empathize because I'm a human being.
Yeah.
And I can understand, obviously, I think
He doesn't want it to be his fault.
Yeah, if you gave him a day or
Sucks.
two to think about it, he'd say, wow, I really fucked up.
Yeah.
But in the moment, he's just trying to get back and see. He thinks there's a 1% chance that if he explains himself,
Yeah.
he could play. But unfortunately, it does not work that way, and rules are
So we both agree, no ban, but DQ.
DQ 100%. Are you
100%.
kidding me?
Yeah.
They played Huskar in half their games.
They played so many Armlet heroes.
I've got no doubt in my mind that it should be a DQ.
Yeah.
That's where I would disagree with a lot. I think it's very clear cut.
I
I really like the ruling that was laid down. I'm not sure about the ban. I'd have to think more on that because it is a topic that I can't just give you my immediate thoughts.
Yeah.
I would tell you initially I would say no ban, but I would say yeah, for sure DQ.
So that's why we're here in the losers bracket, where there's only 3 teams in the playoffs now: Torus, SG, and Pain, who are now in the grand finals, awaiting to see if they're going to be playing SG again in the grand finals or if they're going to be facing up against Torus. Torus, who have looked pretty good. I would say that this...
Did SG 2-0 them on the way up? I think so. We casted the other side.
Yeah. Yes, they did. They absolutely did. Because that was one of the few games that went just straight 2-0. So maybe hopefully they learned from that loss and they will be able to show something a bit better. I think they were probably the 4th best team. Because honestly, Thunder Predator looked good. on, you know, I was literally just going through the list on my head and going like, man, every single one of those players looked really good. Like, Gatun is just a solid player. Mechanical skill aside,
man,
obviously.
I've never seen a guy
he is super good at Meepo, man.
That is crazy. Wild.
But you know, that guy aside, right? I thought Jai Mari had that fantastic performance on Ember Spirit. Looks sick.
Yeah.
Their offlaner, man, they aggro tri-lane all the time. They like tri-lane or aggro tri-lane. They're all about protecting Atun's farm and everything. And their offlaner, Rebbit.
We did it, Rebbit.
Rebbit. That guy is really good. That guy put in some solid performances on Beastmaster and such. And then their 2 supports, Schofield, obviously.
Schofield.
And Prada had that really good Warlock game. He looks just solid for a 5 position.
I could legitimately, they were coming into their own. I could legitimately see a way in which they won. Won the quals, and I think that's why it feels so bad. I'm just trying to have empathy. I know somebody will misconstrue this and say like Blitz supports cheaters. It's a very black and white issue. I can condemn a cheater, but at the same time, I can feel bad for what was lost.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. It's unfortunate. So
Torus feels like they were kind of the distant, and maybe not distant.
I don't think Torus has anything to complain about because they lost to SG fair and square.
But they were the kind of 4th place team. So it would be surprising to me if they could beat SG, because it feels like SG and Pain are the dominant 1-2 forces right now.
Yeah. You know who this helped the most by far though? It helped Pain out the most
because now they're in the grand finals.
Now they don't have to play like 10 games in one day, and the days have been split.
Yeah,
so
they were supposed to have played against Torus right now, and then they would have played against SG.
Then they would have
they would have had to play against Thunder Predator.
Pain was the biggest winner of
the game changed for them.
The game is definitely their hunting man now. But Ember is the pick for SG. We'll focus on this game now, guys. We just wanted to I just wanted to talk about it because I thought it was relevant to the overall thing. Plus, I think drafts are.
I think you can tackle drafts when they're a little bit more completed sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Beastmaster Sky opening. Whoa!
Wow, haven't seen that.
Crazy. I mean, it feels like every single one of these heroes are mostly in the meta, and it's only just now is in these later 3-4 picks that we're kind of getting a concept here. SG has this hard carry Luna lineup where they're going to have an Ember Spirit that's going to be pretty disruptive. Feels like it's going to take advantage of the fact that Dragonite cannot really limit your mid farm so much.
Yeah. Thanks for watching with us, guys, by the way. This has been a very good, aside from like the random stuff that keeps happening, like the mall stuff. I mean, it's been good memes, but
hey, listen, it's been full of good drama, good memes, and fun games.
Yeah.
So, you know, honestly, if you're covering the South American qualifiers, I don't think you could get a better showing for people who are probably just tuning in for the first time watching.
They're fun games. I know that we're gonna have the least viewers because of what we're casting, but I think I think it's still been a very fun quals. And
yeah,
I'm gonna take this cast seriously, anyways. The players at least deserve that. Okay, so we have one last pick each on your side. So you have Torus.
Torus have this sort of push lineup, a lot of single target,
they have good
2 playmaking supports.
I'd kind of like a little bit more like AoE team fighty or something that can like scale against.
But what gives you that besides like Gyrocopter? You know, Gyro has been gone for a while. Ooh, Magnus Luna, Mag Ember. Oh,
I mean, it's just nice for the Luna. The Empower is just.
Yeah.
Even without the cleave, you have your own cleave.
Yeah, you have your own innate cleave.
You're Gucci. No, you don't need any more. What BTS channel are we on? Like
BTS.
Are we on like BTS the Ocho?
No, we're on Beyond Summit 2.
Okay.
So tell all your friends. BTS 2. That is the place to be right now.
ESPN 6. ESPN College University.
Next up is the dodgeball tournament. I should tweet right now. We should both tweet.
I won't.
Let the people know.
I almost never tweet when I'm casting a game.
I know.
All right, organizers semi-hire you for stuff like that, but I don't do it because I ain't about that life. Ooh, that is a Wraith King. That is a weird answer to that. I'm kind of okay with it, but I feel like it's just gonna get Kakaited.
He's going to get chained. He's going to get cast and stomped and RP'd. I mean, the concept is that you get in there and Luna and Mag and ET, like, they use their stuff and they just run out of damage because they use it on the first life, right? But we wanted team fight and AoE, and instead we got single target frontline hero.
Conceptually, I feel like Wraith King is really close to being a really good hero.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like we're not far from that point.
Maybe if they gave him that the Wraith King AoE Hellfire Blast at like the 20 talent or something.
Yeah.
Or 15.
Like, there's just something about him that Wraith King is fat, though.
I mean, they're trying to make the skeletons more useful. And they are getting there. They're really good at being able to give you extra farm and push towers.
Yeah.
But they oftentimes end up being just free gold and useless in team fights and such. Oh, I have to do camera. Damn it.
I mean, I don't. I'm just going to watch your camera. I'm chill.
It's
All right,
so
guys,
warm in this room, too.
It is Torus versus SG Esports. Don't let Breaky hear you say that. You should never complain. This is Torus versus SG Esports. Game number 1 to see who plays Pain tomorrow in a best-of-5 to see who qualifies as one of the... Is it 18 teams this year?
Yes.
One of the 18 teams to... I think the prize pool, according to Reddit, is at like 3 million or something. We're all screwed. But still, millions.
Only millions up for grabs.
Only a few millions.
Only multi-millions.
Some people may walk away 100,000-aires.
Oh, no.
The life. Anyways, so we've got the safe lane, tri-lane so far. Or they've got 4 heroes up here. 40R is also waiting, setting a trap.
So they're going to aggro Wraith King? Is that... Can you do that against Luna?
I think with their heroes they can.
Feels dangerous. They're going into Luna with Witch Doctor.
Yeah,
and
but
then
it's
ET as the third.
It's Wraith King, Tusk, and Sky. That's really strong.
It's so much damage. How could you beat that?
All right, here we go. Let's see what happens.
All right, maybe they get some sick like First Blood, burn a bunch of regen, or SG just turn around and protect their own bounty rune and call it a day.
Indeed, that is what happens.
King Tekka going to be pushed away. Nice hit by Laposa. He's going to get the extra bounty rune. Did mean that he has gear level 1, but
is that worth?
His team is, yes, I think so.
You get 40 gold, so you get 200 extra gold to start the game.
His team will be happy with it.
Is that really worth 200 extra gold, like total? 40? Do you really feel that 40 gold?
I mean, it's only going to be the first creep wave, and then you'll still get power level 2.
That's 1 creep, Austin.
For him, yes, but for his team, it's a creep wave. Right? Overall net worth. I would do it because I'm an offlane / support player. You would not because you're a carry player.
I'm a mid player. I just realized the other day how garbage I am at carrying. Oh, slotted. Taking a lot of damage off the bat. Already down to 1 hit.
Oh, Jesus.
I think he popped himself.
Yeah, oh.
Oh, man.
I believe he did.
Okay, Austin, you were completely right. I was completely wrong.
No, I'm pretty sure you agreed that this lane was going to feel really bad.
No, I think Wraith King... I thought Wraith, Sky, Tusk would be alright.
How?
I ain't gonna front.
Alright, that's a good block. That's a good start. They might be able to kill Flea here, but never mind. Sand King and Costa Bile are protecting their fellow support
Dude,
player.
He ain't killing Flea. He's got a Fairy Fire, 8 charges of Magic Stick.
Oh my god, he does.
He would F them up.
ET try versus try is always so hard. And it's a Luna tri-lane.
You got to try to slow down this Luna farm, though. If Luna gets farmed, he's... Oof. This is a free Luna game.
Yeah. So you feel like it's just something that they have to do.
Yeah, they're trying to slow down this guy.
And in return, they will get a Beastmaster versus Magnus matchup, which I believe will go well for the Beastmaster, but kind of have to see. Something's off about my camera settings, guys. I don't know what it is, but forgive me if it's a little jerky.
Austin's just bad at camera. Ignore
that
him.
Too.
40R right now. Bullying a little bit, but is dropping pretty low. Leo style is doing Dragon Knight things and just kind of right-clicking him.
It's a haste rune up at the top lane.
40R gonna go for it. He's got a bottle coming.
Already coming out too.
Yeah, he wants to wait for that as top lane, they just continue to kind of get smacked around. All 3 heroes only level 1. They're going to make the move onto Benjaz.
Yeah, and he's only level 1. He's going to turn around, get the stun on Costabile, but he's kind of blocked in, hit by the stomp. He's definitely dead. All they can do is just try and get damage on Costabile, but you can see immediately Flea turns around, just starts punching the Sky Earth Mage, who has very little armor, and it's going to be Tusk who dies instead. Double kill there. 40R with a haste rune comes in from behind. I'm not sure if that was even necessary, but 40R is going to make use of his early TP scroll.
I mean, that was worth. He haste runed, he missed like 3 creeps, but...
Yeah, he lost like very little time in lane.
He used haste rune and he used his TP. Like, that was definitely worth. Like, if you check his XP, he didn't even lose anything. Oh, they started the tips.
Oh, they're going to try and tilt King Tekka, who's already leaving lane.
King Tekka get tilted? No way.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
I refuse. They're going to see him start walking up top. This was really bad right now for Torus. Like, they were meant to win this, or they thought they were going to win this tri-lane. Joke's on them. We were both wrong.
Yeah. Leo Style can still do well in mid, though. He's got his Soul Ring, trying to combat 40R's Ember Spirit.
Oh,
top lane.
Nice shards.
Nice double snowball hit, too. Costabile is quite low. King Tekka is going to be able to finish him off, and he'll turn around and kill Flea as well with the axes. Excellent.
Wow. They went for a little bit too aggressive of a play. The eye shards were insane. Right there by Slodden. The eye shards are what allowed
bottom
him.
lane, they're going to be able to catch KC. Oh, nice skewer back. Now, Slodden might be able to separate them. He does have his shards. He's actually just doesn't even use it. Just goes for the kill onto Stan King, and he still has a snowball too. He'll roll through them. Laposa does not have a skewer to be able to get out of this, but he does have a lot of magic stick charges. They're going to throw the extra stun at him, just try and get a bunch of damage. Concussive shot, slow down. They might actually be able to kill him here. He's already popped his stick, doesn't have any extra regen. Skewer's only just now coming up. It's here now, but Voodoo Restoration. Oh, it's not enough. Benjaz was able to finish him off. He had the skewer coming, and he had the Voodoo Restoration heal, but it wasn't enough.
Man, that was fantastic by Slodden. Both the plays that he had.
Yeah.
The ice shards are really nice there. It allows them to even things up. The game started pretty poorly for them, but Costabile still being 0-1-4, not off to a bad start. Less CS than you would anticipate, considering the type of lane that he had, but he did do what a lot of carries don't do, which is skip ahead so that you can help your supports out when they're in trouble.
Yeah.
I hate when you're a core and you don't do that. Like, zone out with your teammates. It's important.
Yeah. It just increases their power to zone the enemy, right? Yeah. If the offlaner feels like they can turn on him, then the whole entire lane just changes. King Tekka going to be caught here in the top lane trying to contest the bounty runes. Didn't get it, and will lose his life.
Go for it, Flea.
So that's going to be all 4 going to SG.
Oh, you're right. It is. Look at that gold lead now. This is up to 2K.
Yeah.
How much is it for the first set or the second set, the 5-minute ones?
I don't know. We should honestly, we should just write that down in a notepad or something.
Yeah, I think we'll do that for TI.
Just have every 5-minute bounty runes. That way we can say exactly how much net worth it is.
All I know is it's a lot and not a little. It's a lot.
Spares, especially, like it may sound like a little, but for 5 minutes into the game, it's a good chunk.
It's everything is relative at that point.
Yeah.
Like 200 gold at 40 minutes means a whole lot less than 200 gold at 5 minutes.
There's a level 6 40R Ember Spirit, so watch for him to make a rotation at some point in time. I'm sure they would absolutely love to kill Benjaz again before he picks up his level 6. But Costabile at the top lane, he's going to have to juke his way through the trees. Here's King Tekka, has the Primal Roar ready to go. The stomp misses, and he finds Costabile still, gets the Primal Roar, and still has the axes.
Tekka.
Easy pickup.
That's a huge kill for him.
Now, Flea, with his incoming Tranquil Boots, does do some battle here with King Tekka.
Tekka's killing it right now. 29 CS, 2 kills, been a part of a third. Has already finished his phase boots. We'll just run at this lane now. This Luna being only level 5 right now.
That is the thing, is that we may joke about King Tekka tilting at everything, and he does it a lot in pubs, and he gets tilted by basically mistakes that his allies make, right?
He gets tilted by a lot.
He gets tilted by many things, but he is quite good at not making those mistakes himself. He is a very strong, independent player.
Very good mechanically talented player.
If he... Oh! Dodges the stomp. Nice pickup. Gets the axes on the 2 of them as well. And Feels like he can turn against the Elder Titan. He's a little bit scared. He does have a next round of axes. Goes for the CS instead. Mid lane. Looks like 40R is challenging Leo style. Who's popped the dragon form. Is going to go down to the shrine. That felt quite the reactionary play from Leo style, but they both will go back to their shrines. Advantage Ember Spirit, just because he can do it so much faster. 5-5, a 1,000 gold lead for SG right now. But considering the disastrous start of the aggro tri-lane and everything, it feels Torus did a really good job of bringing this game back. Thanks in big part to King Tekka. They're going to see Flea here. Bad position, misses the ice shards though. They do still have the Primal Roar as well as the Snowball. Now, you could see King Tekka, he wants to just get this kill with just the axes and not use the Primal Roar, but he may have to now, but it means he no longer has it disabled for 40R or Kostabile. He's going to run the opposite direction of Slotted, hoping that that distance will allow Slotted to be able to escape from these two very angry cores. And it looks like that is the case. Ember Spirit already jumped back to the mid lane. So a trade-off there, support for core, maybe not so worth it for Torus this time around.
That's an active Ember Spirit so far, though. 40R. Like his early rotation, his movement. You know, I played a pub with him about like 3 weeks ago, and he got really upset and started like flaming us all and everything. And, you know, I was just like, what a dick. And then at the end of the game, he said, you know what, guys, I got really frustrated because, you know, I'm trying to practice and we lost, and there's no reason for me to behave that way.
That's good. For me, my rule, like you, I think you always 100% forgive that, you know?
Of course.
Because everyone has those problems.
Everyone's been an ass. Oh, hold that thought is up at top.
They can roll on Kostabile. Easy pick up here with the range stun from the Dragonite. That is great pick. They can go immediately transition this into a push onto the tier 1 tower as well.
Yeah, very, very nice pick. And it looks like the rotation is being made up top by 40R. Almost has treads, opting not to go for...
that is a big hard camp stack too.
No travels here.
If they could take the tower and take that stack, that would be massive. But they are going to be contested, 40R. He's already rotated so many times. He's going to rotate again. Doesn't manage to get the chains before Leo style can hit the stun and dodges the stomp. So clean getaway for Torus.
His Flame Guard's almost up too. I don't think they want to do this. But yeah, I think when people make mistakes, if they're like really contrite about that stuff, I feel like you just... You know, you just say whatever.
I hate it when you say sorry and people obviously still hold a grudge.
Yeah, it's like, come on. I think it takes a lot of character to like apologize, especially in video games.
Okay.
That when people do, it's like, you should forgive because it sends the right message. Otherwise, they're just going to say like, I'm never going to apologize. Like,
yeah.
Like if this is what it gets me, like I didn't even get like a good response to this, then fuck that.
Yeah.
So like when people mess up, yeah, it sucks. I think sometimes we have this like punishment-based culture where we want people to feel as bad as possible for making a mistake. Like they really want you to feel it, but come on, like everyone makes mistakes. It's part of being human. And I can respect 40R for that. And in this game, he hasn't made too many mistakes. Good rotations overall. Feel like
he's setting the right pace, right? Because he is not the hard carry in this game, right?
No, it's the Luna. This is a Luna game.
So he needs to try and protect Kostabile as much as possible.
Kostabile's been pressured like crazy. He's already 1-3-5. This is like a, if Luna gets Mask of Madness and just hits neutral creeps game, he's going to win. If he takes that stack, he's going to win.
Oh, the turnaround with the Mystic Flare, stun, and burst damage from the Breathe Fire is going to be enough. Meanwhile, the stomp at the top lane. Maledict on top of him. They're going to pick him up. Go for Kostabile. They need to be able to hit the Primal Roar before the Eclipse, and they will take down the carry. A 1-for-1 exchange. Now Slotted going to try and escape here. He does have a TP. And the stomp. Oh, Francis read that. He knew what Slotted was doing there in the cheeky corner, and he's going to throw down an Earth Splitter that Slotted cannot get away from in order to finish him off. Now, 1-for-2 exchange, but still, the Luna is the hard carry, and so I feel like that's not a bad trade-off for Torus.
Yeah, they just lost back-to-back cores. Their Luna's not really getting a lot of farm, hasn't had the opportunity to use that Eclipse. This bottom lane, Benjaz is now started to pick up his pace. He actually has more CS than the Luna does, and that's surprising considering the kind of start that he had. And now Kostabile finally going to make the rotation. I think a little bit later than he would have liked, but the time frame for harassing Benjaz is almost completely gone at this point.
Do you think that we'll talk about it in a second here? King Tekka's going to get ganked.
They've got Laposa up here. Cast flies out.
It's going to stomp as well, but King Tech trying to thread the needle. Still got hit by it. Oh, but what a block in from Slodden. He actually separates them, picks up with the snowball. That's going to dodge a lot of Maledict damage, and now Stan King in some trouble. And the RP only landing onto King Tekka. They finish off that support. King Tekka still alive. He walks away from the spirit, dodges the stomp as once, and Laposa should end up dying here. He's out.
Man.
King Tekka survives thanks in large part to Slodden's excellent tusk plays. What is with South America and their extremely good tusk plays?
Slodden is playing like a beast in this game. No pun intended. Like, he has had multiple good saves. The shards have been there. More importantly, the positioning. As a forward position, you almost always need to be at the right place at the right time. I know that goes without saying, but so many forward positions are just out of place. Like, they're at kills after the fact or anything like that. His timing so far has been perfect. Because in Dota, you have to represent some amount of bait so that you can make plays, and he's done such a good job of baiting as Roar gonna fly out, Sand King. This should be an easy kill.
They just kill him from a distance, not really committing too much, but 40R with a haste rune came in from behind, already picked up the Skywrath Mage kill, gets hit by several stuns, but he is so tanky, he will be fine here. Now they're gonna go for the Wraith King, see if they can kill him, force the reincarnation, but again, the snowball is there. Same thing, SG trying to get a pick off without committing too much, but unable to succeed. And now they're still going to be fighting over this hard camp stack and only just now trying to clear through it. SG, they're going to get most of them, but all the big hard camp. Oh, the breathe fire from Leo style.
Leo!
That is one of the biggest breathe fires you could get excited about.
Oh, man, that was so hype. Dude just picked up like 5 mate. Like, he actually just breathe fired. You saw like the ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Mario coins it up.
He got like 300 gold off of that because those were all hard camp.
Oh my word!
All the big creeps.
So now he's got a 14-minute Soul Ring Tread Shadow Blade. He is a danger. Damn. This man is a menace on the map. This Luna, who we talked about being the centerpiece of the strategy, a free Luna game, he has been pressured to all hell. He's 1-4 and 6, getting absolutely crushed. Doesn't really have a place on the map to farm either.
Oh, King Tekka. We will not run into this gank from 40R and Stan King. They've got a nice little kill duo here. They should be able to kill the Skywrath Mage, but can they actually get out? They've been stunned up on the Ember Spirit. Primal Roar. Snowball hits him as well, but paralyzing cast. It's bouncing between the two cores. Enough time for 40R to potentially get back in, but he's going to go back in, try and finish off Leo style. The Maledict will be able to get that kill, and 40R still has stick charges to boot. So the gank, it started off a little awkward there, running into so many heroes, but they do kill the Dragonite, trading out the Witch Doctor.
Super nice by Stan King. He's like, I'm dead. I have accepted this fate. What can I do with this? I'm going to turn it around, try to get a kill. He does exactly that.
Oh, it's just overlay.
What happened?
Oh, I just had the draft overlay on still. That's all. Classic.
So did they see nothing for like 15
minutes?
No, what?
No. The draft overlay is not very obtrusive at all.
Okay, I see.
We just needed to show off our excellent sponsors. Benches. Okay, that'll be reincarnation, but now 40R is going to be silenced as well as stunned up to get the Wraith King stun. That'll finish him off.
Man, that early Shadow Blade right now doing work. Stan King getting chased down. Concussive shot with the ward placed. Very well done by KZE. Stun's going to fly in.
The Eclipse going to be coming out, and a huge RP!
But the damage is on the right side.
Instead, he's trying to finish him off, can't quite get him, and now the Snowball is saved. Gets away from the stomp from Flea, but they're still maledicted up. Both the supports may end up dying here, but if they can kill Kostabile, the axes come in. King Tekka, he has a Primal Roar as well. He hits him. Kostabile is going to be run down by King Tekka, and he sees Stan King as well. Knocked up by the paralyzing cast. The axes come through. King Tekka finishes him.
Tekka strong right now.
On Liposa. Oh, 40R, he's stunned up by the Dragonite. He's dropping quite low. King Tekka does manage to finish off the Magnus. Meanwhile, 40R is going to be dying to Leo style. These two cores are going insane right now. Ultra kill for King Tekka. He thinks about trying to finish off Francis Lee as well, but he knows he is too low HP right now. Francis, he's actually going to try and hit him with the Spirit in 5 seconds, but I feel like that's just too much to ask for this support. SG lose 4 in that engagement, and they didn't get anything, right? Yeah, they just killed those two supports. They got none of the cores.
The focus fire, they went for Benjaz on the right side. Benjaz was perfectly fine during that. Kind of just walks it off while the Luna, really bad miscommunication as the Magnus found a really good angle on 3 heroes. I think even if the Luna was hitting there, maybe they still kill the same amount of heroes, but it just goes to show you that things are a little bit out of sync. Flea's ulti flies a little bit too late as Slodden gets the pickup on the Snowball. More importantly, they survive on all their cores, and they manage to nab the Luna for, I think that's the 5th time now. Indeed it is.
Right. As
she just has the Mask of Madness at 17 minutes. Not the kind of start that we were anticipating for her. considering she had the safe lane tri-lane.
Shadowblade Dragonite. Oh, this SG is just getting run over right now.
Yeah, they're getting worked right now, Cap.
The last 2 team fights with the Shadowblade, with King Tekka getting so many kills early, having that fast medallion, now Necrobook 2. I like the fact that he didn't go Shadowblade because the Dragonite already has it. Like, we've seen so many of this medallion Solar Crest Shadowblade builds from these Beastmasters. Not necessary this game.
Not at all.
Necrobook has a lot of value against Luna as well, right? So,
the early medallion Necro 2 already at 18 minutes as 4DR tries to go for the chains, unable to do so. Not really finding too much right now. Still doesn't have his Maelstrom. He was off to such a good start.
Oh, they know Sand King's here. They blocked him inside. There's no way out of this. He spots Sand King for a little bit, trying to block him in. Now Costabile is coming over, and they're actually abandoning Slaughter now. He's going to snowball, try and save himself as best as possible. Oh, the skewer away. RP down as well. Sand King coming in, trying to get the paralyzing cast
nice
out. Does
RP.
manage to get it in, locking the 2 in. That is going to be enough. And it's actually Slaughter who baited them in that position in the first place. He'll be the one to survive.
Slaughter's like, oh, cool. I lived. Guys, what happened? I've been in a coma for 25 seconds. How'd you all die? As
they dropped the Sentry. They found King Tekka. He managed to get out the Primal Roar. Hitting Costabile. Now Bench is going to be able to get in there as well. But the skewer again from Laposa trying to protect him. But Costabile still falls. King Tekka in the back line. Cleaned up by 40R with the Maledict. Benches. He still has his reincarnation, so he feels fearless. He's just going to go for these supports, whatever kills he can get right now, and that is going to be Sand King. Oh, what is happening? 4 HP? Is he actually going to be able to out-heal the urn? He does ever so barely. Flea's going to be charged at with the snowball, maybe finished up underneath the tier 1 tower. Benjes, he's going to drop here and potentially die on top of Francis, allowing Slaughter to be able to get this kill. Maybe not. The skewer. Stomp. Stomp is going to land on Benjes. Concussive shot comes in. That is so much damage. He's going to try and chase down Francis as well. The Ice Shards will miss, though. A little bit too far away. SG lucky to stay alive on so many of their heroes.
Going to grab the tower, though, indeed. They did manage to kill 4DR. All 3 cores right now on the side of Torus. Not doing bad for themselves at all. If we take a look at the net worths, 1, 2, and 3, they did manage to finally bring down big bad King Tekka.
Yep.
And his Beastmaster, who
How much was he worth?
And he was off to like an outrageous start. They got 600 gold.
But that went to Witch Doctor. That is unfortunate.
I mean, Stan's got drums now, or something like that. No, he's got two bracers.
Is that that can't feel great. I'm sure 40R would have loved to have that gold for his Mjolnir, Maelstrom, rather. BKB being built by Leo Style. We have Necrobook 3 coming in 700 gold, and our Wraith King is going for Radiance after his initial Blade Mail into Blinkety blink, blink, blink.
Top lane.
They've got a nice kill combo here. Primal Roar, Mystic Flare, and then the silence after the stun. Perfect.
Perfect. They blew him to pieces. What level of silence is that?
Oh, what is happening here? Looks like our Dragonite got caught trying to Shadowblade in. Another great Ward Sentry trap.
So you see how many times Costabile has died? He's 3, 6, and 8, but he's still barely behind in farm now. He's only like 1k behind both the DK and the Wraith King, which just goes to show you, like, this hero, if he had even a reasonable start, would have been off to the races at this point. He would have had nearly his BKB is usually the general timing, but just because of how well King Tekka did at pressuring him and how good Slaughter was at rotating, like, those 2 heroes completely shut it out.
He also didn't get, like, he wasn't a part of that hard camp stack at all.
Yeah.
That they tried to feed
Roshan.
to him.
It's been found out.
Roshan's almost done.
Is there even a response to this?
I don't think there's any way they can get there in time. Costabile's TPing into the tier 2. Maybe they can get 40R to charge in. They'll pick off the Skywrath Mage. They're trying to charge in. Slodin is protecting his team as best as possible. They do manage to finish off that Roshan. Aegis picked up by Benches. He's going to go for the kill on 40R. Managed to get a lot of damage in. Now going to be skewered up into the high ground. That is a perfect setup. But Costabile's been slowed down thanks to the Wraith King reincarnation and won't be able to get so much of that damage into the paralyzing cast. That is a perfect cast, but Slot comes in, tanks some of it. That might be enough. They get unstunned. They do manage to finish off Coast to Be Like. Now the next stun onto Sand King as well. The Stomp comes in and just turn around, right-click that Tusk, finish off that Aegis over at the top lane. They managed to finish off 4DR. Looks like the Skywrath as well as the Dragon Eyes chased him down. The hard combination of stun and silence against this Ember Spirit is making 4DR's game incredibly tough.
Yeah. If you look at the gold change, though, that was not the worst thing in the world. They burned through, like, 2 lives of Benjaz.
Yeah.
They got rid of the Aegis pretty quickly, which is always nice. They might lose a tier 2 tower for it, which would further compound their struggles, but they do have RP in just 2 seconds. Should just wait for it, though. The Luna gonna respawn in 4. Here comes the Skewer. They know that he doesn't have Aegis or his ult.
Onto the RP with Benches. Just throw down everything you have to be able to kill that carry. Now, they're gonna lose their support. Sand King, he will end up dying here, but with 4DR about to come back up, okay, turn around Mystic Flare onto Elder Titan. That'll make him feel a little bit worse about chasing. So they'll just kill Necrobook minions instead.
No. They did lose the Wraith King, though, for that. That was, like, all things considered, it wasn't the worst for SG. Like, considering the circumstances that they were in and giving up the Aegis. Being able to kill Wraith King 3 times there is a pretty big boon. It at least says some positive stuff about your lineup. But SG still have a pretty formidable 3-core lineup.
And they're not a lineup that requires the Aegis, right? I would say them doing Roshan was a
just
boon.
to do it.
Yeah, it was just like, we're taking away from the possibility that SG picks it up later.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
No, I was a big fan of that move. I just think that it was well done for SG to take that fight, and they don't lose too much outside of that tier 2 towers.
Yeah. So both teams feel like they kind of walked away with something to talk about here, because Torus, they can still keep on being super aggressive. They still have the lead net worth on all 3 of their cores, but the Luna has now closed that gap and is sitting right on top of the Wraith King in net worth. Maelstrom finished up by the Ember Spirit finally. He's been working on that one for quite some time. If you're Torus, you just keep trying to march down the next tier 2s, right? You've got your reincarnation back up. There's nothing really stopping you. You just go, go, go.
Apparently people can't hear me in Dota TV.
Oh, they can't hear you in Dota. Wait, talk for me?
Hello?
That was old. They can hear you now.
Okay, we're good.
The smoke up. They're going to catch Francis. They spot him, slow him down with a concussive shot. Now is SG going to try and fight this one. They don't have their RP for 5 seconds, but still King Tekka is going to target him anyway to make sure it's a non-factor here. The snowball through, trying to catch these extra heroes. Runs into Sand King, hoping to be able to catch Flea as well, and they do manage to hit him.
They got him.
So many of those shots. That is a lot of damage chasing him down.
That conch shot banged in the head.
Bye-bye.
They've got Dragon Form plus BKB.
Yeah, with Necro
Don't you just keep going?
Just go.
Oh, they don't have a wave.
Well, backdoor protection isn't up. Never mind.
What? Benjaz gonna go for the Radiance.
It's not. Why is it? It wasn't up. Huh.
Yeah. Right now, SG. It looked like it was just gonna be a Pain SG finals. Make it really straightforward, but so far SG is not looking too hot, and Torus is playing very well. Like, when King Tekka has a good game like this, I feel like this guy just rolls.
Yeah.
Like, when he feels himself, he's the type of offlane player that I think he means so much to his team. Like, when I see him do poorly, I can tell he's one of the guys that just go quiet. He doesn't read the game at all. He doesn't have a feel for the game. But when he's in these positions where he's just rolling, you can definitely tell, like, this guy, he's calling all the shots. He's saying, like, come kill. Like, let's make these plays. Like, he's the kind of guy that needs a good game.
He's the kind of person who takes over games single-handedly, right?
Yeah, exactly.
There's like, I think, you know, being top 10 on leaderboard and stuff like that, like, that can only say so much about your capabilities as a Dota player, but it does mean you have the capacity to single-handedly win games if you do well for yourself. Like, because if you have that good kind of start and stuff like that, and King Tekka has been in that position before. And he's showing it off here. Level 19, top net worth, 12,000. About to be 13K with his tier 2 going down at the top lane. Now, SG are trying to trade out towers right now. They don't want to get into a big team fight just yet. Do at least have the BKB on the Luna. RP is ready to go. So when it comes to a high ground defense, they certainly will contest that. Leo Style just going to try and get a little bit of damage in, or maybe they're going to commit even more. They're going to try. They spotted the Magnus. Force Staff comes out. Will Laposa live here? Bench has managed to get another stun onto him, and the Magnus does end up falling, but he does have a buyback. And Torus, they're pushed back past the tier 3. They just need to try and get out now, but the Stomp is going to land on a couple people. It's going to hit the Dragon Knight. They're going to go for the big blast onto him. Knock him a little bit lower. Laposa, this is opportunity. He has a Blink Dagger ready to go, trying to hit that RP. On the side, though, turn around. They do manage to catch the Skywrath Mage, burn him out. The Ember Spirit not too threatened.
They want more than this.
That's why Francis Flea is going to push forward, trying to hit a Stomp. Doesn't quite find the opportunity here. They block Benches in, but Benches wants to be on the front lines. He still has that Reincarnation as well as the Blade Mail. He is hard to push into. Leo Style in the back lines does manage to get the Shadow Blade onto Luna, and Laposa misses the RP. He got hit by something before he could blink, and now they've lost their big carry. Bench is going to die, just effectively slowing down SG in their retreat even further, allowing Leo Style and Slot in to catch multiple heroes. Stan King goes down as well. Leo Style has made several excellent plays with his Shadow Blade, and that is the cream right there. That is the perfect play you can make just outside of the base. You kill the enemy carry.
Yeah, and there's no buyback on Laposa, who completely whiffed on that RP. 0, 6, and 7. He has had quite the rough time of it. They get the Walrus Punch onto the Ember. He's just going to spear it away.
Stomp onto 4. Too bad he doesn't have his Earth Splitter.
He's going to actually go in, pop back out.
40R just makes one of those cute plays. Does
nice.
manage to pick up 2 kills there. Melee Rax will not fall here as long as they kill this Necrobooks.
They got the save of it off the buyback from Stan King, and they're going to go for more here, but Leo Style just going to go for the TP.
That was optimistic there, Stan King, using the Death Ward, hoping and praying he would have enough physical damage. So they blew buyback on Laposa, Stan King. In order to hold, they lost their tier 3, but they at least keep their melee racks alive.
They got the 40 war damage and the 100 wild axis damage.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, no tankiness this game.
I almost always see people go for the board damage.
Yeah.
And then I almost always see people go for the wild axis damage as well. I think just because of how much you spam it out.
Yeah.
Because that damage, like 100 damage is not just 100 damage, right? It's because of the damage amp that ends up stacking more and more. That 100 damage becomes a lot more effectively. Ben just comes forward, does manage to blink stun Flea, but in the back lines, 40R immediately goes for those squishy supports, trying to pick up the Skywrath Mage. He Yule Scepters himself to be able to buy a little bit of time, but maybe caught 40R. Didn't put that Remnant in the greatest position. Now going to be chain stunned down. Benjes doesn't even lose his Reincarnation. SG lose another team fight, and they just need to try and get back to base. But they may be caught. Leo Style's going to find Costa Bile. Managed to get the stun out. BKB activated first, though. So they didn't want to have to blow that cooldown, but they were forced into it.
And this game is stupid rough now. I don't know what the conditions are for SG. I guess they just need to continue to get their Luna farmed. Laposa needs to hit some good RPs.
They saw Leo Style in the top lane, so they kind of show some strength in mid. I think maybe they were thinking about going on King Tekka, but that would be a bad idea. Man, look how much damage he just got because of all those skeletons. 240 bonus damage on the Elder Titan. Benj is going to get a BKB, and he soon has the level 20, which I don't know what you pick. I honestly don't. In a situation like this, where you are ahead in the game, your mana is really not a problem. They don't have mana burn heroes, but skeleton spawns feels like such a weak concept for a level 20 talent.
Gosh, it's so garbage.
It's so bad.
The thing is like, it would be like in 99% of situations when you have a Wraith King, there's something to deal with it, so you almost always go for the Reincarnation.
Yeah.
So we never really have to think about the other side of things very much, right?
Yeah.
And it's not like Wraith King has any like high mana activatables.
Yeah. I honestly think he should get the 2-time skeleton spawn.
I mean, I think you should, but it's like one of those like.
I won't blame him if he gets the reincarnation mana
like,
cost.
would you rather lose like your foot or would you rather lose like 2 of your pinkies? Like, neither of the options are particularly appealing. It's just like which one feels less shit.
Well, we'll see what he does. There's just that off chance, you know, where you get a good skeleton spawn. Like, it'll help you farm faster still, but there's that good chance that, like, you get a good skeleton spawn when you're pushing into the base or something. Other Titan isn't there or something like that, and you can just, because those skeletons do a lot of damage, and they do destroy buildings very quickly. Just, hope you don't give ET too much spirit damage, though. You could use it to tank Eclipse damage. Yes, Cap, that's a great point. Thank you, William.
I mean, if you're trying to make excuses for why the skeletons are good, like, what am I supposed to talk to you about?
You're supposed to agree with me. Tell me I'm making excellent point splits.
You did on the panel earlier about something. I can't remember what it was. I really liked the idea that you had.
It was the Clockwork SF to offset the Drow Ranger extra damage.
Like, I have appreciation for little things like that. It seems like obvious, like, it's stupid obvious when you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, when somebody points it out, but it's never super obvious, like, until somebody says things out loud. That's always how Dota works. Like, whenever I explain a concept to somebody, they're just like, oh, obviously that makes sense. And it's like, well, why don't you do it then? Why don't you do it?
Why aren't you playing Dota the way you're supposed to then?
Yeah. It's
big smoke up.
Yeah. All right. So in mid
5-man
lane,
smoke.
Laposa.
Leading with the high
ground.
Laposa cannot afford to die here, but he doesn't have a blink dagger up. He only has skewer. Force that forward. Walrus punch. That's going to lock him in, and he's silenced up as well. Won't be able to get anything off. Now Kostabile just desperately trying to pop Eclipse, but none of those are good targets for him to go on. BKB turn around. Okay, that'll at least finish off the Tusk. KC desperately low. That was crazy. Ember Spirit did so much damage on the far left-hand side here. King Tekka's been caught. SG do manage to catch him next to the shrine. Meanwhile, Kostabile is still alive here. So now it is going to be a SG. I thought they were going to try and sandwich here, but they don't really have their Luna, and maybe 40R's just going to die. He managed to jump back and concussive shot. Still going to follow him, and he may end up dying. Dodges it with the Spirit. That was smart. Smart. Witch Doctor will end up going down, though.
Oh, my lord. That was crazy. He goes into the animation so that it touches where he was.
Yeah.
Not where he should be.
He definitely would die to that concussive shot otherwise.
Oh, that was cool. They got way too split, though, on Torus.
Yeah, King Tekka was way off on his own.
You saw like half the team fighting one side, half the team fighting the other. You can't be split here. Once you killed the Magnus, you have to target fire after that point and move together as a group. But they got a little bit too greedy. They wanted so much.
Especially when Luna basically wasted Eclipse.
Yeah.
It killed the Tusk in the end, but it's not much to write home about. Once she gets Scotty, she will become a more credible threat as a right-clicker. Right now, she obviously does pretty good damage, sitting at 370, thanks to the Magnus Empower. It's a great thing about Magnus. It just makes these hard carries come online with their physical damage a lot faster than you would normally expect. But I think Torus have the power to match that for now. But if they let this game draw out another 10, 15 minutes without taking a Rax, I'm going to start getting very concerned for them. And that's why it'd be a great time to take Roshan. Use that advantage to go high ground. It is an Aegis and cheese. Which, I guess Dragonite would love the cheese. Maybe you give King Tekka the Aegis? I don't know. It always feels weird giving Wraith King an Aegis. SG. Poking and prodding, 40R. Okay, they're going to get the skewer back off of the chains. That's a cute little play. The snowball save, though. Oh, Slotted Can he actually help King Tekka survive here? The Primal Roar goes out. They're going to chain stun Kostabile, get a lot of damage on him. RP goes down just to protect Kostabile. Still locked in by the Ice Shard. Slotin does it again. Is it enough, though? The Ember Spirit trying to protect Kostabile. Looks like they're just going to have to get some supports here as the Paralyzing Cask drew too much attention. They ended up getting the Beastmaster in the end, but it looks like La Posa will die as well. Skewer through. Concussive shot, though. That'll finish him off. A 1-for-2 exchange to the favor of Torus.
They keep losing Tekka, though.
Yeah.
Okay. He got the reincarnation mana cost.
He did.
That's how bad he thinks. Oh,
that's
buyback?
2 times skeleton spawn is.
Both of them buyback here.
Leo Star already blew his BKB in the last fight. That is going to be an effective Eclipse. And that is going to be a pickoff that SG are very happy about. Now, they had a double buyback for it. But if they can get Rosh on, their Aegis and Cheese Heroes are so much better.
Yeah. Oh.
Dual Scepter, that is going to be the buyback from Leo style now. The skewer back in, but they don't have a lot of ability. Laposa is just going to get blown up. But they do have an excellent Earth Splitter with the cast. It's going to bounce between the two. They can execute both of them potentially, but at the same time, Leo Style trying to focus on Kostabile. No buyback there on Leo Style and benches. He's going to have to fight through by himself. A slot in, roll in, snowball. Kostabile, uh-oh, he's blocked into the Ice Shards. He has to fight through benches first, but he might be able to out-lifesteal him for now. What about the second life, though? Can they possibly save him? No, not even close. Benches just executes him with one quick critical.
Oh,
man.
Whoa,
what, look at these push, though. Push.
Slot in.
Push. That's tier 3s and stuff. Slot in. He might die to 40R here, but hello, SG. You got to cover your base, homies. Yeah. You almost lost range racks.
They are taking a lot of damage. Exposed towers front and center.
Oh, are they going to do it? The stomp? Oh, that was barely enough damage.
Yo, the range creeps matter. Remember the Alliance game versus War and Rain?
Yeah.
Or Wind and Rain?
Yeah.
The range creeps add up. And now, I feel like they should have just gone into Rosh. Because it's going to be Torus that take it.
Yeah. Considering the fact you lost your range tracks anyway.
I'm not a big fan of Tekka not going for BKB, if I'm just honest here.
Yeah.
I feel like people, when they're ahead and they're playing these like cool heroes, they're just like, I don't need BKB.
I'll get the late game BKB. That'll be the real game winner. But you could just win the game now.
Yeah. I ain't about that life. So, but anyways, he deemed the thing so bad, the skeleton respawn.
Yeah.
I can't see a way in which he runs out of mana with his item build.
Yeah.
Like what item would he need to buy even that would cost him the 700 mana that he has? He's not getting off like 6 stuns in one fight before he dies. Maybe he plans on
going a late game refresher.
A late game refresher, okay. Then
he's thinking ahead.
Then he would need the mana. You are correct.
But yeah, that's how bad that skill is, Ice Frog.
And
that's how bad it is.
That
he's literally the freest pickup of your life, and he still doesn't get it.
He's like, he looks at the enemy lineup, he looks at himself, he looks at the enemy lineup, he looks at his mana, he looks at the enemy lineup, then he chooses the reincarnation mana cost. Oh my god.
It should at least, you know, instead of number spawned, it should be skeleton 2 times health and damage.
Yes.
That would make sense.
I mean, what else would make sense? Okay, I've got an idea. You take no reincarnation mana cost,
okay.
or Mortal Strike, critical chance, 25%.
Then that'll go up from its current 15%. I mean, that's a lot of extra damage.
That's a ton. That's more than doubling the skill. Like, that'd be getting like 2 skill points of it. More than that, actually. It'd be like 3. So what do you think, Austin? Would you get it at that point?
I mean, obviously I would get it in any game that I'm not facing like Animage or Diffusal Hero or something.
Yeah. Actually, that sounds broken. Okay, what if
that sounds broken, dude?
What if
Wraith King is super dependent on his initial couple of hits?
What if
getting
Wraithfire Blast goes through BKB?
Okay. Then I feel like that's almost a 50-50. Where it's going to be really OP for some games.
It's game dependent, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, Wraith King needs some OP stuff.
But I think the thing is, it's the easy out to just tackle the other abilities. Ice Frog very clearly wants to make this skeleton concept work.
Yeah.
So I think in order to do this, you have to do something with the skeletons.
I just hope they're not like the old Forge Spirits. Remember that? Where Forge Spirits were pretty much better than Crystal Maiden?
Yeah.
Like, your one Forge Spirit was Crystal Maiden.
Yeah. It would just push down towers and threaten heroes.
That was so insane. You could not kill that thing.
No.
That thing was a battle bot and a half.
And it didn't give you hardly any gold, too. It was like 30 gold, even though it was 3 times as hard to kill. Hey, SG got the final tier 1 tower. But, guys, whenever you do this, I promise you, Torus will always start going high ground. That's just their thing.
They're over it. Oh, they're splitting, though. Look, 40R.
It's a cute little play, but 40R is going to be able to catch King Tekka. King Tekka
40R's
get
gone.
off the Primal Roar. He does manage to get off, but now he's hit by the Paralyzing Cast, hit by Maledict as well. Very, very dead. Back over to the bottom lane.
No.
They're still trying to finish off the Glyph. They held on to the Glyph.
Flea just walks in. Boss mode.
Trying to force staff, get a stomp in, and he lands onto Leo style. He read the BKB timing and knew it was going to be able to hit the stun. Unfortunately, he was instantly woken up. 40R on the back lines. Can't afford to be stunned here, and he might just get stunned. No, he doesn't. He's okay. The Lincolns protects him.
You can't split up like that. It's so efficient because 40R is really strong, and he's got the Lincolns. So it's not an easy kill on him whatsoever.
No.
Like they thought they were going to get an easy split there, but the amount of time that it takes to kill that Beastmaster is nil. Which is why he needs this item cap that makes him golden and big, which allows him not to get maledicted.
Is it because it grants you magic immunity?
Indeed it does, as they're going to even find the angle. Almost kills him.
Close call. Good job by Leo style trying to get the Orchid into stun, but not quite enough damage.
Oh, man. These high ground attempts are just going to get more and more annoying as the Luna gets bigger and bigger. The Scotty makes it so that she fights very efficiently against the Wraith King at this point. Like, she's really farmed now. This is what we were kind of afraid of.
Close to Belay, does have a BKB. Oh, no, he didn't pop it!
What in the world?
Okay, he's going to turn and fight. He might be able to win this fight with a lifesteal. No, he doesn't quite get it. He dies the last one. Now Ben just come back and fight the rest of them. He's going to catch Stan King first while the Skywrath Mage just tries to slow down 40R. Doesn't get hit by a crit here. 40R is going to commit to him, bounce back. Now, he doesn't have a Remnant right now. He does have that level 25. He needs to be able to pick up that recharge time. And there it goes. So he will have some spirits, but it looks like they're going to be forced into a buyback on their Luna.
Just 15 seconds left on that Luna.
Oh, my goodness. How did he not pop his BKB in time?
Greed is the sin of all man.
Is that what we need to do? We need to start, what's it called? Flagellation.
Maybe we do need to hate people for their mistakes.
Their greedy sins.
Yeah. Maybe we should punish.
Repent. Benches. Just chilling out here. It's been stomped up. They're just trying to slow down his damage, hoping that they don't have to buy back on the Luna. But now with an RP, that should be the buyback turnaround. The Earth Splitter, they're going to keep him in place to be able to get that gigantic hit in. It almost finished off everyone. The snowball barely goes off. They've already killed King Tekka. They'll kill the Tusk as well. But Leo Style did manage to get out. Looks like he popped his cheese.
40R is looking for it right now.
Oh, man. I think he should have kept chasing.
Yeah, he feels really good with his Lincolns. He's like, it's hard for me to die here.
And he's got the recharge time, so you could just keep pumping out those remnants to chase.
Immortal 2s have been released, by the way.
Well, shit, what are we doing here?
Yeah, we'll open like 300.
45 minutes in. 2K, a gold lead for Torus. This has been, it's been a fun game. But Torus, they forced the buyback out of the Luna. SG are in now that situation where the next 5 minutes... Oh, no! A pickoff like this is going to be massive! They just lost 40R. Nullifier onto Flea to make sure he can't get off his BKB. It was on cooldown anyway. 40R is going to buy back, come back in, try and execute KZ. Couldn't quite get him. Glimmer Cable keep him live. Benches. He doesn't lose his reincarnation again. They just can't afford to kill him. The slow is far too dangerous for these heroes when they don't have BKB.
Yeah. I'm going to need this Beastmaster now to pick up a BKB.
And I'm going to need, well, none of SG to die, basically. Because none of them have buyback.
40R did commit the buyback for that. They're finally going to get this mid tower. They have cut the gold lead despite all their buybacks, Cap.
That's true, but I feel like they've blown their buyback on close to be late, and now they're buyback on 40R, but it's not in time with Roshan.
I'm seriously feeling as as though they're not that far from winning a team fight.
Yeah, it's close.
They just need to take one decent-ish fight, and not when it's right in front of their base.
If they get like the level 25 on Luna, I think she becomes near unkillable because of the lifesteal.
It's really just like these random pickoffs that they run into, where somebody dies like at bottom on Costa Bile, just kind of shatters. Ooh. Doesn't pop his BKB in time. Ooh. What? Ooh. Oh, that's a double damage rune. I'd buy a bottle just for that. If I was Sladin, I'm like, buying a bottle. Here we go, 40-minute runes. We've got map control. Yeah. But instead, they're going to walk into Roche. We talked about the downsides of the lineup not having a very natural Roche carrier. You could just give the refresher to Benjas. It's the same thing. Yeah.
And he could have double nullifier and BKB.
Yeah.
I honestly think they give the Aegis to King Tekka.
It's honestly, it's the same thing, yeah.
Leo Style can have the cheese, right? Because he wants his double dragon form, so he'll get the refresher as well. But seriously, Benches does not need this extra life.
It doesn't. Realistically, I feel like if he dies, he dies.
Yeah.
Like he's going to die twice.
I mean, in this case, it might be 3 times, because it's going to be reincarnation, then Aegis, then reincarnation. It's only a 40-second cooldown. I've got the hiccups, William.
Condolences.
Still trying to get AC for Leo Style. Shiva's now for Ember Spirit. Everyone's trying to get their big armor items. I thought we were going to see an AC for Benjes. He had it queued up at one point, decided the Nullifier was better, and I would agree with him. Nullifier, I think, honestly, was a big boost to heroes like PA and Wraith King, who are super dependent on being able to blink in and kill someone in those first 3 seconds.
Gonna go for
now. They're not going to split up. Ooh.
Let's go triple life.
Benjes on the front line. Reincarnation, first round. Might drop here. They're going to skewer him back, so when he dies, he's in a bad position. Wraith Fire Blast on everybody. 40-yard tries to keep the rest back, but Leo Style managed to jump in. Flea's going to be first one dead, but he does have a buyback, so that pickoff is okay. Benjes, he's now going to be losing his Aegis here shortly, as the Maledict on him is doing so much damage. Now let's see if they can set up Primal Roar onto Flea. They're going to try and kill Flea twice in a row, so he doesn't have buyback. BKB activated, but Costa Bile, they did have the big RP, locking down those 2 heroes. Wraith King is dead. Tuska to fall soon as he comes out of that snowball. Now they just need to be able to catch the other core in Leo Style. See if they can get him with a double stop. Nice hit by Flea. Catches the Sky Wrath Mage, forces Leo Style into the BKB. He already used his refresher shard, and that is going to be useless here. He will die still.
Yeah, sort of think that SG's still going to win this.
Yeah.
This is the classic issue that you have with Wraith King. It's just ending the game.
Yeah.
If you have to get to this point where you're 6-slotted and you can't win, there's no other items at this point that really change your hero. SG's finally starting to understand, like, guys, all we have to do is stick together. We don't have to make these fancy plays. People don't have to split up. As long as we're together, there's not a whole lot that Torus can do to win this game. Like, this Beastmaster doesn't have a BKB, so he can't frontline with the rest of his team. This Hood decision is... I feel as though it's cost them a lot.
Yeah. It's the fact that it really feels like the fact that they have Magnus, right? Where this Wraith King will always end up dying or being repositioned.
He just gets skewered once, dies in like 6 shots. Oh.
Roar, mass buybacks. SG cannot afford to be caught here. Flea is in deep. He managed to pop his BKB before the stun hits him, but he is going to be chased out.
The triple buyback.
They know SG is just full retreat right now, so Leo Style should be able to catch up to Flea.
That's the gem.
So that is going to be gem as well as him dead for 2 minutes. And his aura, his Earth Splitter, like all of those things are really important for this team fight. So this is a big opportunity for Torus if they want to take the risk. That's the hard part, right? Is when you've thrown these mass buybacks and you have a hero down for this long, do you just push out the waves and just reset, or do you try and go for the big win?
I think in this position, you just reset. Because if you lose 1 core, at this point, the game's just over. And
I think the same is still... Yeah, this still applies to SG as well.
Defender's advantage, though, with Magnus.
Yeah.
And they don't have Aegis this time. The 3-life Wraith King was next to useless. Like, Luna can still grow. She can still get a butterfly.
Yeah. She has it.
It's like, what do you get realistically as the Wraith King? To suddenly become a monster.
There you go. And that's a happy little butterfly.
You're my butterfly, sugar, baby.
Sky is about to get the plus 600 Mystic Flare damage.
He needs it.
Yeah. I mean, if they get a blink stun on somebody, oh. All right, William, I got an idea.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Support Wraith King.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you get a Bloodstone. So you get to your level 25, and you just blink Suicide for the AoE Hellfire Blast.
Why would you not cast any spells?
I mean, for the fast reaction, you know? I mean, you can cast a Wraith Fire Blast and then just Suicide afterwards, sure.
That sounds like the stupidest
But that's
shit
not
I've
the
ever
point.
heard.
No. It's like a Ravage.
Except a lot
with
slower.
a slow.
With a projectile.
It applies a slow as well.
Yeah, but it's a projectile. It's very obvious. You can dodge it every time with any sort of
Please,
mobility or
you
BKB.
think is that obvious?
Yeah.
You think they're gonna expect Wraith King to blink and instantly Suicide? No, they'll be so bewildered they won't pop their BKBs.
Won't you just see a Wraith King blink in and then pop BKB because you assume a fight's coming anyways?
No.
Then you'll just have suicided for no reason on the ground.
Cause you're afraid that you wanna fight the Wraith King. You wanna save your BKB for when you kill him.
Okay.
Right? So you're going to turn and try and right-click the Wraith King.
You want to do this in
but
the pub
that's the surprise. He's going to just,
it sounds like
boom, he's instantly
how
dead.
about the next pub we play, we'll play like core Wraith King and he'll rush a Bloodstone.
That sounds good to me. I'm down.
I can't possibly see a way you're getting to level 25 with that build. But you know what? We'll indulge you. I'll play Storm so that we still win the game no matter what. Then you can do that, Cap.
Hand a Midas, baby.
Yeah, rush that Midas into Bloodstone on Wraith King.
Hey, you don't have to get the level 20 talent at that point. You've got all the mana you need. Yeah. You can get Skeleton Spot.
I think you still take the reincarnation mana cost.
Oh no! Oh. Okay.
Heyo.
Well, at least it wasn't on the precipice of a team fight.
The good news too, by the way, or actually they still have a
Yes. They have
the gold lead now.
A gold?
3,000 gold. Look at that dive.
I predicted what you were going to say.
There's only so many times that you can kill King Tekka and get your money back.
Yeah.
Shit, dude.
He's now 15, 9, and 16. I can scroll up and see if I can find his last death. No, it's been a little while. There it is. 434 gold last time. What? How was KZE worth 582 gold?
Dude, boy's a beast.
It doesn't say he had a killing spree or anything.
Guy's massive.
I mean, the dude only has 8k gold. He's not that massive. Doesn't even have his Aghanim Scepter. He's not going to get one either. Have you noticed this? These all these Skyrath mages are not going Arcane Bolt anymore.
Yeah, I actually did. I was gonna point that out, and then I thought it was an insignificant detail.
Well, now I feel bad for pointing it out. It's not insignificant. It's the difference between the Skyrath mages that are 4 position, and get a lot of farm and can get Aghanim Scepter, so Arcane Bolts +1 feels good, and the Ancient Seal 5 position, where controlling a hero like Ember Spirit is pretty important, and it's a perma-silence.
Man, I can't believe Optic has to play so many games today, by the way. Oh, man, Leviathan's just getting...
I can't believe how hot it is in here.
Yeah, Leviathan... Isn't Leviathan BSJ's team?
Yes.
I see. Well, looks like you'll be casting with us tomorrow. I can laugh at that. I love BSJ.
How many games do they have to play? 5?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, wait, Leviathan?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I don't want to spoil things, but
I could see them being the 5th team. I could see that being possible. If there was only 4 teams that were heading into playoffs.
So could I. Why are you laughing?
Because that did not sound very honest at all.
So could I.
That's better. You need to stop smiling. But for the purpose of this audio broadcast, it was a good
People think I'm being a dick,
job.
and I kind of am, but BSJ and I are actually really close.
Yeah.
So I can make jokes. It's like if I made fun of your anything at this point. So it's all good.
That's true. You know how weird it is to see Stan King with an Aghanim scepter?
You know how weird it is to see Stan King with not a wand at 53 minutes?
He has more farm than KZ.
That is...
He has broken the 10K
he's owning this game. He's
He is.
legitimately playing very well.
He's
in this
gotten
game.
so many good paralyzing casts.
Yeah, his cask ulti combo is... Man, if I'm Torus right now, I'm pretty upset. Not with the pause, but with the direction that this game is taken.
Yeah.
It looked like such a free win. Oh, no.
Man, Stan King had faith in himself, too. I don't know if he got the Death Ward attack range before he had the Aghanim Scepter, or maybe he just held on to the skill point until he picked it up.
Yeah.
But I think there's no way that Death Ward attack range is worth unless you have the Aghanim Scepter. Because +1 Maledict tick, William, that damage is exponential.
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 Also, if you think about it, like while they have BKBs on, and then by the time your 5-second BKB fades, you get an extra tick.
Yeah.
Tick, 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 boom, dynamite. I mean, he also has the 120 GPM talent, so after 10 minutes, he's got his point booster.
That's true.
And it's been 56 minutes.
Welcome to, got 4,700 viewers now. We start off with about 2K.
Hell yeah.
At the start of this broadcast. Welcome, everyone.
Man, we're bodying GranDGranT and Brax.
Got him. So you're obviously going to get Death Ward damage at level 25.
Will you, though?
Dude, he's committed this much. He got the attack range. He's definitely going the damage.
Stan King.
Level 25, you're going to get the lifesteal.
Yes.
For Elder Titan. You already got the lifesteal for Luna. Magnus. RP stun or 20%?
I don't know. I feel like Flea might go for the Earth Splitter.
Oh, you know, I think Fleet did it last time, too.
The Earth Splitter?
Yeah.
I think he's going to this game.
And he's against 3 strength cores.
That all have, like, the second one to load up.
Yeah.
Womp.
I mean, it goes down to 25-second cooldown.
That's sick. You can cast it twice.
Especially on, like, Wraith King. It's like a really telegraphed, easy hero to jump on. I feel like this is... It's like the Chinese finger trap, you know?
Mm-hmm.
William's just holding onto my finger and won't let it go. You didn't answer my question, though.
What?
Level 25 Magnus.
What is it?
Plus 1 second RP.
Mm-hmm.
Stun duration. You didn't immediately jump on that.
Okay.
Or 20% empowered damage cleave.
20% empowered damage cleave.
Because you have an Ember Sphere.
Yeah, and a Luna.
And Luna.
It's just
2
useful.
cores that take advantage of it.
20% more damage? That's...
And cleave. For Ember Spirit, that's very important. You get an extra 20% cleave.
That's a lot.
That's a 70% damage.
Yeah.
And 70% cleave.
That is more damage and more cleave than you previously had. The math checks out.
Shout out to Slotin, who is currently playing Tic-Tac-Toe. Or trying to, anyway. Slotin, Ice Shard's cooldown, or 12% chance Walrus Punch.
Ice Shard's cooldown. I have a feeling...
Why would anybody get...
I've gotten the 12% before.
I know you have. That doesn't mean you should go it.
I carried a solo queue game with Carry Toss before.
Yeah, I can believe that.
With a Rail on my team. When he was on his Zeus offlane phase.
Who?
This guy named Rail.
Congratulations to KZE, who won the tic-tac-toe game.
I feel like Slotin was sandbagging it.
He went circles, all left side, top to bottom. Slotin's trying to cheat right now. He's like doing an X in the middle, and then he's like just drawing the line, cutting across multiple.
Piss of shit.
Yeah.
Respect the rules.
Respect the rules, sir, or I will have you DQ'd.
From Tic-Tac-Toe World Championship.
From Tic-Tac-Toe Dota
South American
World
Qualifiers.
South American
Round
Qualifiers.
1.
Do you know every year they have the World Championship of Rock, Paper, Scissors in Las Vegas?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How many people attend? Dozens?
A lot of people, because there's a lot of money on the line.
Anyone can play?
And it is all best of one, I believe.
Wow.
Except for maybe like the finals. I think the finals isn't best of one, but like a large share of it is best of one.
Does the same people win?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I feel like that would be near impossible.
I saw some video of like this sport, like competitive tag trying to be played.
Uh-huh.
I was like, man, that does not look cool. But you know what? They probably say the same thing about esports, so I respect it. They're like, you know, their headline is like the most played game in the world. I'm like, okay, what a metric that we're using.
G-Unit.
Okay, the game is finally resumed.
We are ready to roll. All right, 3K gold lead for SG. No buybacks. If you're just now joining us, there is no buybacks on
most people. The ones that matter.
Most of Torus, but
Luna's got one.
SG has now gotten their buybacks over time. They have ridden through the storm of no buyback season. That was 6 minutes ago. It was a terrible storm, William. Very turbulent.
But they wrote it out.
Can I order some air conditioning in here? What's happening?
No.
I feel like I'm melting.
They intentionally keep it warm for the season.
I feel like I'm seasoning.
Yes, sir. Just sweat it out.
I have sweat far too much lately.
Or not enough. Okay, they're gonna resume the game.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I think I'm losing my sanity because of how hot it is in here.
Production rooms are always very hot for obvious reasons. A lot of computers, a lot of electronics going on. But this is a small little bedroom.
It's a tiny bedroom with a ton of PCs and recording equipment that has no air coming in or out of it. And it's two hot, sweaty dudes.
It is stifling.
But you know what? We get to cast Dota, so don't complain.
It's true. My mind was away from the heat until we paused the game.
Yes.
And we stopped playing Dota. But now that we're back into the Dota game, we can focus on the fact that Roshan is soon up.
Man, if that Luna finally gets Aegis.
Every single Roshan has gone to Torus, correct? Yes, correct.
Surprisingly.
3 of them. Only 3 of them. MKB being built by Benches to deal with the butterfly of the Luna. Scythe for Schladen. AC still for Leo Style. And a 4-staff for KGE. Now, Aeon Disc for Stan King is what he's going to be building up next. Flea has no hope that he's going to be getting any new items, so he doesn't have anything queued up. Costabile has a Demon Edge, which I have to wonder if that is going to be a Divine Rapier, if he gets the Aegis. Or if it's just going to be an MKB.
What do you even drop for the MKB?
What?
What?
This is the face of a man who win 300 gold per minute. Pauses don't count to the plus 300 gold per minute, KZ. I'm not sure why you picked that up.
Well, he's going to be farmed to shit now.
I mean, his gold is cruising.
Yeah, every 10 minutes, Austin. Do you know how much gold that is?
That is. What is the natural GPM that you get? Do you know?
I don't know.
But it's 3,000. 10 gold per minute. That doesn't sound right, William.
Remember when they instituted that change? Everyone lost it.
What?
You get passive gold?
That was a really long time ago. I remember you could tell how much, like if kills were the same or something, you could kind of see how well a team was CSing in Dota based off of clicking the Ancient and how much net worth this team had. So it was like the red team. So it was basically telling you how much the creeps, how much gold the creeps were picking up as opposed to the heroes. Oh, a double damage goes to Billy. Luna, who's had his Lincolns broken, but 40R is going to go to the back line trying to interrupt King Tekka. Benjes, oh, nice man to dodge. Benjes was unable to get a stun initiation on the Costa Bile. Now he's going to be losing his reincarnation. Does manage to get up the nullifier onto him. If he dies now, he may be able to get the Raid Fire Blast. Oh no, the Lincoln's blocked! They blocked out the King Tekka Primal Roar. I don't know who that was. Maybe it was just Lincoln's itself. Eclipse goes down, but just a glyph. Torus back up. Now they are going to be able to finish up this one later, Brax. Nothing too terrible. Oh, they're going to be able to pop edges. BKB activated. King Tekka will survive as well. Now the initiation from Leo Style. Managed to get the stun onto Fleet, but the RP locking down two. Costa Bile comes in with a bouncing glaze to be able to finish up those two. But Leo Style did have a cheese. It looks like he's just still going to die, though, and he does not have buyback. The snowball was not able to save him. Now Slon is trapped in a sticky situation. Needs to be able to extract himself, but jump in from Benjes. He is quite low. He's trying to go for Costa Bile. Can't quite get it. The Raid Fire Blast come out, only hitting a couple of those heroes. Who's he going to be targeting here? Flea is just going to try and push back some of these heroes, threatening them with the Euro Splitter, while Costa Bile retreats. But Salon keeps on getting those shards, blocking these heroes in. Now they've got the nullifier on. Lincoln protects a little bit longer, but they need to be able to finish up this Luna. They're so close, they might just be able to get the Manta. They finally do manage to finish him off. Force out the BKB, run over these heroes. Torus might just be able to hold here, but 40R is keeping them locked in. Another sleight of fist, another round of chains going for King Tekka. Not able to get him, though. The BKB activated will allow King Tekka to survive. They force the buyback, though, out of the Luna. SG used it, and they may just go high ground and try and end this game, but there's only the Tusk who's down for 100 seconds, and Roshan is up. Time to do Roshan.
Yeah, it's absolutely time to do Rosh. At this point, you're at the tipping point for either side, but it costs so much to be able to kill that Luna at this point.
Go, go, go.
Get in there.
Activate Flutter to get there faster. Oh, look at how much damage he does. All right. There's no question about it. Torus got to get in there. They got to get in there. They cannot afford this Aegis to go onto this Luna, and it's a perfect opportunity to go. He has no buyback. Lincoln's going to be popped. They're going to go for him first. BKB activated, turns around. Benjes just dies so quickly. Stomped up, trying to keep their distance. Kill him with just small little pokes to make sure it doesn't lead to an initiation full out from Torus. Trying to get him with the Spirit. That'll be enough. Manage to catch him out. They're going to hit him. Try and hit him with the Stomp. They do actually land. King Tekka comes in. Manage to blow up Stan King. Actually has the Amethyst. He'll survive a little bit longer. 40R goes for the back line. KZE dodges it with the Yule Scepter. Francis, he'll have to go for it instead, but it can actually hit a good Earth Splitter here. Maybe he'll just punch KZE to death. Lopos is going to be able to help him out. They do manage to finish him off. Benjes activated his BKB. Marching away from the team fight. King Tekka, though, he's going to be the one who's caught. 40R TP to the bottom lane, and will find King Tekka next to his shrine, and he does have buyback. He does. So they can still try and get into the Roshan pit with their 3 cores alive, but it feels like that is just going to be a worthless team fight.
They would lose that fight at this point.
And they have no dragon form.
This lead into the game, it's a numbers game. Roshan about to go down. Luna going to pick up the Aegis for this.
They're going to try. I mean, I feel like they almost have to. And SG's going to meet them. They have the vision in place to be able to meet these heroes as they come out. Gives a little bit of time. Dust activated. Buyback from King Tekka trying to help them, but they do manage to finish off the Roshan. Cheese is in an awkward position because Costa Bile got the important item, which was that Aegis. Nullifier on 4DR. He's going to try and slow down these heroes, make sure that Torus can't get back to the base, see if they can force the fight outside. They will be able to take that first reincarnation. Second round, Orchid. Blink away just in time. No immediate damage from SG to prevent him from blinking out. Torus do manage to make this a 4 versus 5 inside of their base, but there's so many items now for SG. They've got the Aegis. On Costa Bele, 40R is going to jump forward. He doesn't have the Aegis or cheese, or refresher and cheese. That's going to be on Loposa for the extra RP. They're going to jump in. Bench is trying to go for Costa Bele. Costa Bele has the extra life, though, so they're not freaking out. Look at SG. They all stay in the back line. They're going to wait. Reincarnation. That's going to be... Oh, no, it's actually a death. Wraith King dies there. Did not have the reincarnation ready to go, but he does have the buyback, and reincarnation is up just now. Tier 4s are dropping fast, though. They need to be able to get in somehow. They tried to make an initiation on Costa Bele. Couldn't quite get in. Instead, it's going to be King Tekka jumping on Loposa. They're afraid of the RP as damn well they should be. They're trying to finish him off, but there's too much AoE damage. They get blown up. There's too many heroes down. The Wraith King 40R, they all end up falling. Ben just comes back in, but he's dead again. Sladin's going to be chased down. SG have done it. The disconnect's already happened. Torus lose game 1 despite such a strong look. At about 30-35 minutes, they look like they might have been able to take this first game in this series, but it was not to be.
This was their game to win. King Tekka had such a good start. Everything looked like he was running smoothly. But SG, eventually their lineup holds up. There's a lot of catch. There's a good amount of team fight. The Luna did what we initially thought was going to happen 20 minutes ago, a little bit later into the game, but it doesn't matter how you got there, as long as you got there. So
40R with 82,000 hero damage.
Yeah. Went absolutely insane.
And King Tekka put in 42K. If he just didn't get picked off so many times, I think
he got a BKB so late.
His performance could have won them the game.
I think so too. I think the late BKB screwed things up.
Rough. All right. Well, SG, they take game 1, but this is still a full best of 3 for elimination here at the South American TI qualifiers. Please stick around. This has been a good start to this series so far. A fun game 1. Stick around. I promise game 2 and potentially game 3 going to be just as action-packed. We'll be back.